Hi friends, it's Tracy from the Financial Freedom Diary, and today we are going to be doing my first debt payment for the month of June. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below. Hope y'all are having a wonderful Tuesday. We are already looking at the payments and billing section and the loan details on the account summary page in FedLoan's website. So you can see the last payment that I made was $140 and that my outstanding balance is $24,390. So let's go through the payments and billing section. Instead of going through the loans, since I'm just not paying on just one loan, I'm paying on all of them, I'm going to go this route. And then I'm going to make a one-time payment. And you'll see that it takes me to pay all loans. I don't want to do that. I want to target specific loans. So that way I get to choose what amount goes where. And I'm not relying on FedLoan to decide what will go where. So for 14, not 14, T20, it's $100 that I'm going to put to that particular loan. And S13 is going to get $100 too. And then R18 is getting $934. Sorry, I'm looking at my planner over here. My glass case was covering it. $934.96. So the total payment is going to be $1,134.96. So if you saw my paycheck number one budget, you saw that I had $1,102.96, but I was able to save a total of $105 for my cash envelopes. So that increased the amount that I could put to my debt by $32. Now let's go and pick a date. We're going to go for today, which for me is Saturday. To you, it's going to be Tuesday. And then I'm going to select my checking account. I'm going to advance you guys to the confirmation page so that way I don't disclose any information that I don't need to have out there. We're on my confirmation page, and so this should have been emailed to me, so I won't write that long number down, but I'm going to return to the account summary. I like to double check that my payments are showing in the payments and billing section. I will apologize if I sound like I'm rushing today, but I've been having problems with the editor and it is not really saving the whole video. So I'm just trying to get through this part. So if it crashes, at least I have this part and I can just come in and voice over the end. But one of the things I did want to share with you guys in this particular video is sometimes I get asked what I do for a living. I'm a project manager at a transportation company. I work with engineering. My degrees, I got 2 degrees. I got a BBA in MIS and I have an MSBA in MIS. I do work in the field that I got my degrees. How did I get started? Back when I went to school, I did leave my full-time job and I had a part-time job on campus working at a help desk, but I had also gotten an internship at a medical device company. So for about 8 months, I worked at the medical device company, creating test scripts, executing test scripts. I used to provide like an ad hoc report every Monday that showed how many outstanding requests they had. I did a whole bunch of things there. It was really, really a wonderful opportunity and a great company to have interned for. I really, really loved it. Did wish I could have worked for them, but that was in 2009. So you guys know what was going on with the economy back then. Um, at the end of August, I had gotten a position through a temp company at a help desk at a heating and air company. So it was kind of like the internship is over on Friday, and then the job at the heating and air company started on that Monday. So I did that and I worked that help desk along with the help desk at the University of Memphis until I got my bachelor's degree. And then I just worked at the heating and air company help desk while I got my master's degree. And so there I got to, you know, you got your tech support part. And then I also got an opportunity to work on like the project schedule. type thing. They called it project planning, but it wasn't. It was the project scheduling part of it. Um, from there, after I got my master's degree, I had always been looking at jobs, and the reason why I stayed in school was because the economy was bad. And I had been seeing that a master's degree would take off 1 year of experience at an entry level position at some of the bigger companies in Memphis. So that was the route that I took. Also, there was like a database class at the master's level that I wanted to take. So I'm like, might as well get the degree. And I also got a certification for information security. So from there, I got the job at the company that I work at today. So I've been there like 9.5 years, almost 10 years. In January, it'll be 10 years. So yeah, this June 15th, it'll be 9.5. So that's pretty cool. Never thought I'd work for anybody that long. The weird thing is that when I went in for the job interview, there were two managers in the room, and you're nervous. You don't really remember people's names when they tell you. So I was trying really hard just to remember their first names, and that's it, because I am kind of bad at remembering names. Um, we get through the whole interview, and there's just one manager, I'm bobbing with him, like he's asking all the database questions, and then I'm telling him some stuff that he had never heard of. And so, we're just back and forth, and it's just conversational. And at the very end of it, so interview is over. He tells me, he asked me, yeah, he asked me if I knew someone at the medical device company. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, that's my brother. So it was yeah, and so the other manager in the room is like, but he's the handsome brother. And I'm like, he sure is. And it's like, oh my God, I think I just harassed the interviewing manager. And I'm saying it's like boom. And he's like turning red. And so, everything's cool. I get the job. He was able to get a character reference from his brother, but it was just odd. But that manager turned out to be my first manager at the company I work for today. I still talk to him today because even though I don't work for him, he moved to the department where I moved to. So I just spoke to him like last week, and we were talking about other alternatives to buy houses, and then looking in Tennessee, and he was telling me about Marshall County, Mississippi. So, but yeah, so that was how it all got started. It was just kind of weird how people, like how people are connected in different places, and I had no clue. I should have picked up his laugh during the interview was a clue because they had the same laugh. But I just heard the laugh and I'm like, that's familiar. But I couldn't remember from where. And so, but yeah, that was how all that happened. But that was how I got my start. It was at that medical device company, them taking a chance on me. They were automating their warehouses, and it was a wonderful opportunity. I learned a whole lot, I have to say, from that internship to now. I have used that. Like you guys know that when we do get back in office, I act as a mentor for the interns that come in that work with my group. And a lot of times that's why I start them off with, especially if they're in business and they don't have any technical skills, like they're not developers and stuff. I work with them on test scripts, kind of work with their, how do you say it? Kind of build them up, their self-esteem, them working around older people, um, how to handle themselves, how to handle projects, working independently as well as working in groups. And but yeah, that was how it all got started. It was just kind of a lot of Googling, a lot of asking. If I had to give some advice, I see this thing wants to log me out, but I'm going to say, yeah, give me some time. I ain't doing nothing. But I had to say a piece of advice that I would give someone who is probably just like me, and you have no connections in the business world, because I'm not from Memphis, so I don't really know a lot of people who are connected to help me with getting jobs and stuff. One of the things that did help me kind of understand what jobs we're looking for were professional organizations. When I was in school, a lot of them were free. And so I used to show up at the meetings. Do y'all hear? I think somebody's weeding or something right now, but sorry about that. But yeah, that's what I got my degree in and how I got started in my career field. I did start off in development, ad hoc reporting. It really was ad hoc reporting and then development and then project management. So there's been a progression over the 9.5 years. I'm a person that likes to learn and I bored easily. And luckily, I have a manager who I can actually have honest communication with when I'm feeling a certain way or I need to be challenged in a different way. And he lets me try whatever I want to try, as long as I get it all done, which, is part of it. But that's the whole story. So hopefully that answers your questions about my career field and my degrees, and if I work in the industry in which I got my degrees. I actually do. Management information systems, I only know from the University of Memphis. You learn business analysis, project management, development. Those are the three that I took away from the degree, but I'm quite sure like networks and stuff like that, because there was a class in that. I just did what I had to do to get my A and I left. So you don't want my opinion on that part. I have no real interest in it. I just memorized what I needed, but y'all didn't hear that from me. But y'all have a great day. Make sure that in the comment section you share your wins, because you never know who you are motivating. Everything is not about me. I'm just the one that's actually sharing. But y'all have a super fantastic day. If hopefully, I think on Thursday I'll be putting up a goals video for the month. I haven't worked on my June goals, so I got to do that. And I will talk to y'all then. Have a great one. Bye.